Hello people. Final video for the present project anyways of quotations from Hegel's the preface of Hegel's Phenomenology of Spirit. Apparently I'm getting tired. Anyways, page 39, bullet point 65. As a matter of fact, non-speculative thinking also has its valid rights which are disregarded in the speculative way of stating a proposition. The sublation of the form of the proposition must not happen only in an immediate manner, through the mere content of the proposition. On the contrary, this opposite movement must find explicit expression. It must not just be the inward inhibition mentioned above. This return of the notion into itself must be set forth. This movement, which constitutes what formerly the truth was supposed to accomplish, is the dialectical movement of the proposition itself. This alone is the speculative in act, and only the expression of this movement is a speculative exposition. As a proposition, the speculative is only the internal inhibition and the non-existential return of the essence into itself. Hence, we often find philosophical expressions referring us to this inner intuition, and in this way they evade the systematic exposition of the dialectical movement of the proposition which we have demanded. The proposition should express what the true is, but essentially the true is subject. As such, it is merely the dialectical movement, this course that generates itself going forth from and returning to itself. In non-speculative cognition, proof constitutes this side of expressed inwardness. But once the dialectic has been separated from proof, the notion of philosophical demonstration has been lost. That quote might have been a little bit embedded in the rest of the surrounding text. I don't know if you were able to extract as much from that. But even if you listen to all of these, and I present all of these, but even if just one really stands out in itself, on its own, by itself, as really powerful and meaningful, which I think a couple of videos back I really was offered, then this has all been worthwhile. Okay, and I included the last bullet point from the preface, bullet 72 on page 45. From the rest, at a time when the universality of spirit has gathered such strength, and the singular detail, as is fitting, has become correspondingly less important, when, too, that universal aspect claims and holds on to the whole range of the wealth it has developed, the share in the total work of spirit which falls to the individual can only be very small. Because of this, the individual must all the more forget himself, and the nature of science implies and requires. Of course, he must make of himself and achieve what he can, but less must be demanded of him, just as he in turn can expect less of himself and may demand less for himself. Okay. Thanks for listening. Sorry if I stumbled in this last video more than I did in the others, and hopefully, but even with any stumbling, hopefully you're able to extract some meaning from it. Thank you for listening. Check out Hegel's Phenomenology of Spirit. It's a really good book. Thank you.